Hello everybody, it's Megalithic here, and today we're going to take a look at the Progen GP1. Yes, she's dead, officer, I shot her in the face. Okay, well, you can see we're over here at the Maze Bank offices, ladies and gentlemen, where I like to purchase most of my vehicles, and so we're gonna head on inside up to the computer there, and go ahead and purchase this Progen, don't you know? Okie dokie, right, I'm to press the buzzer, right, who's in my office? Right, okie dokie, what, the Goldilocks is it? For goodness sake, okay, what's going on there? I don't like that. No doubt my shifty secretary has her hand in that. Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading on into my office now, as you can see, and there's the wretched woman pretending that she's working. Okay, don't pretend you're working, you silly harlot. I know what you do all day. Right, okay, now we're going to head on through to my office here, ladies and gentlemen. Sit on down at the computer here, and that's exactly what we're going to do, if I can just figure out how to do it. Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Jolly good. Okay, the Progen GP1, ladies and gentlemen, can be found under the legendary Motorsport website. Okay, and there we go, logging on now. Now, it is in fact one of the cheaper Progens, don't you know? I believe that they sort of start. What is it? Sort of around the 1 million, one sort of 1 or 1 2 1 3, something like that. The low million mark. Down there for the Bennett's Custom Auto, the Italian, but once you have it upgraded, it gets rather expensive, don't you know? This Progen, the GPI, comes in at $1,260,000, as if I wasn't waiting to see that on the screen. Okie dokie, so yes, like I say, I mean, it's pretty much the same kind of ballpark as the Italian, but you don't have to have it Benny Custom Autoed. Okay, and we're going to stick it in yellow. We're going to send it up to the Hillcrest residence, as we always do, ladies and gentlemen. And there we go. Okay, and on this occasion we'll be getting there in the Pegassi Zentorno. $725,000 for this vehicle, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't own it, go and buy one immediately. Right, okay, here we go. Yeah, and this really is an absolutely fantastic vehicle. Right, okay, there we go. Yes, it looks rather fetching in the black with that pink trim. I think don't have many pink cars, you know, ladies and gentlemen, but I did think it's sort of humorous and worked with that particular vehicle, don't you know? Okay, well, here we are, ladies and gentlemen. We're heading on inside the garage here on a long black screen of nothing. Obviously slipped up on the editing there, didn't I? And how about that? There we go, ladies and gentlemen. That's how good the Pegassi Zentorno is. We've made it here before the vehicle was delivered. How often have we seen that? Never. Okay, there we go. Like I say, ladies and gentlemen, only the Pegassi Zentorno is going to get you here before your car's delivered, because it is that badass, ladies and gentlemen. I really do recommend you go and purchase one. Okay, well, let's have a look what else we got in the garage. This is the very first vehicle I brought, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Bullet, isn't it? It's a Vapid Bullet. And we got the free Anis Elegy over there to the left, which are both, well, actually, the Anis Elegy is rather a fine vehicle. The Bullet's sadly rather wanting. Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, here we go. The Progen GP1. Now, what do we think? Okay, it's rather interesting, isn't it? I mean, it sort of looks like it's trying to be a supercar, but was made on the cheap, doesn't it, really? You know, sort of got all the posture, but none of the flair. Okay, well, rather interesting. Anyway, we'll take it on inside. Now, let's not forget, ladies and gentlemen, surely the most disappointing brand on GTA is the Progens. They every single one that we've tested so far, I can scarcely remember the name of the T20 or the Italia. I'm sure there's another one I can't really remember. They're all absolutely awful, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, they're on the street, they're okay, you understand. You know, they're not bad guys, they're fast, good handling, etc., etc. But you put them around the track and they lose to pretty much absolutely everything out there. Okay, well, here we go then. Right here, we're taking the Progen GPI, one of the cheaper Progens, like I say, and we're taking it out. So, like I say, on the street, they are nice cars, but we can't really expect much from them. And bloody hell, right, okay. Right, don't often see that either, do we? Jesus Christ, okie dokie. Let's have a try and give it at least some attempt on a sort of commentary or a review here of the vehicle. Well, you can see yourself, it's not slow, ladies and gentlemen, but it's not mind-bendingly fast either. It makes an interesting engine sound that unfortunately won't be picked up on this video. Handling, okay, well, it's quite sharp, ladies and gentlemen. It's not the worst handling I've ever experienced. Bloody hell, Bruce is phoning me. Right, go away, Bruce.
Come on, bud. You're missing out here.
Yes, he really is a most irritating gentleman, you know, that Brucey fellow. Well, he's trying to get me to drink his juice, and I'm really not interested in it. Okie dokie, well, here we go. We're taking it back on inside, ladies and gentlemen, and that's the first standard lap. We're going to take it on in now and get it modified, upgraded, and whatnot, do the necessary customization to this vehicle, and then we'll take it back out, and with a little bit of luck, we'll get it up to the track as well. Right, okay, so here we go. We're going to fly through this at double speed, ladies and gentlemen, as we always do, just to speed things along somewhat. We don't want to spend too long in this custom auto shop, but this will give you a chance to have a look at some of the modifications that can be affected to your vehicle, and there we go. You're getting a view of some of the more aesthetic points there or whatnot. Okay then, ladies and gentlemen, so like I say, these Progens, ladies and gentlemen, are highly disappointing, unfortunately. They do feel quite good around the street. They've got the sort of price tag that would make you think that they're going to do something, but whenever you put them up against other cars, they always seem to come in last, you know. It has been the case with the other three Progens. I'm afraid the other Progen slips my mind currently. Like I say, definitely the Italia GTB and the T20, don't you know, have been thoroughly lacking as cars, and the third one was as well. This is the GPI, like I say, a very cheap car, so we really shouldn't expect too much from it. Oh, that's right, the Progen Tyrus, ladies and gentlemen, of course, it's finally come back to me, and I'm not entirely certain, but I believe the Progen Tyrus was around $2.5 million, don't you know, ladies and gentlemen, and thoroughly disappointing. Okay, but yeah, the GPI one is sort of half the price of that, really, and it hasn't been disappointing on the road. Like I say, they really rarely are disappointing on the road, you know. So if you're looking for a fun sort of street car and whatnot, sure, go ahead and buy one of these. I can't imagine why you would when there's so many other better cars out there, I should say, but you could go ahead and purchase it if you want it. If you were thinking of taking it racing, you're probably going to come up rather sore. Right, okay, well, we're going, like I say, we've been through the customizations there, ladies and gentlemen. We're taking a look at some of the coloration here, and anyone who's seen the previous videos and so forth should know that thankfully this signifies we're reaching the end of the customization section of this video. But there we go, like I say, this primarily, or sort of chief purpose really, is to give you an idea of what can be affected on the vehicle in terms of styles and sort of aesthetic, the aesthetics of it there. Okie dokie, well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen, the Progen GPI, fully upgraded. We're going to take it up the street, and it has got quite good acceleration now, hasn't it? Okay, there we go, not bad cornering. Came to slowed down significantly there, but more than I meant to, so obviously it's got good braking as well. Look at that, the handling's quite sharp. Okay, I'm clipping things, but that's just my shoddy driving, you understand. Okay, let's check out this bottom corner. And almost into the wall. Okay, so not entirely great there, but then again, I'm not as I say, I'm not the best driver on this game, you understand. Okay, we're getting up some speed here down the home straight, or down the main straight, I should say, and coming to the bottom left-hand corner, and okay, it handles it perfectly well, really, doesn't it? A little bit jumpy, a little bit sort of twitchy there on the brakes and whatnot, bouncing around, but yes, it's not bad actually, you know, but like I say, around the street there, bloody hell. Right, almost got a lap without hitting something there, didn't I? Oh well, never mind. Like I say, on the street, these right, okay, what's going on here? Right, okay. Right. Okay, you'll have to bear with me for a moment, ladies and gentlemen. I've got absolutely no idea. Right, it appears I'm taking it out on a second standard lap. Okay, there we go then, ladies and gentlemen. I clearly wasn't pleased with the first, and clearly didn't edit it out of the video when I was making it. So there we go, 2 oversights for you, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, and hit the back of a car wasn't really worth it now, was it? Okay, so there we go, but I gave, so something has clearly compelled me to give this vehicle another test lap, and perhaps I wasn't, I felt that I hadn't really got a feel for the car on that first lap, but as you can see, it really is going very fast, you know, it's handling that bottom corner, cut out there as well. How about that? It really was an absolute waste of time. Right, okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen, like I say, very fast, you know, not bad acceleration, really, handling's quite good, you know, it's not a bad car all in all, but I believe I was saying the last time we got to this point, yes, most of the Progens on the street do feel okay. So why don't we just take it on up to the track then and actually see if it's got anything about it. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's start. Let's go be serious about this one, shall we? That's the Pegassi Zentorno. Took it up earlier to go and pick this up. Fantastic vehicle, $725,000. Can the Progen handle it? Okay, well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. No, but as you may have seen in other videos, not actually putting on a bad show, to be quite frank with you. Okay, I mean, the Pegasus is starting to get away there, but here we go, around the corner, and what's going to happen here? This is quite interesting, ladies and gentlemen. As you've seen on most other videos, the Pegasus Zentorno destroys most other vehicles without any regard, but okay, it's starting to get some ground there. The Progen didn't do too badly, to be quite frank with you. Certainly better than any of its counterparts, I would say. Okay, well, this is a sort of moot point now, you know, ladies and gentlemen. It didn't beat the Zentorno, so it's not going to beat the Wagner. But we've decided to put it up against it anyway, by the looks of things. And okay, well, let's have a look what goes on here then. Right, okay, heading down the main straight there, and it's quite obvious that the GPI was in the lead, wasn't it? It seemed to have better acceleration than the Wagner, and yes, there we go. Okay, now the Wagner has got round on the inside there, on the inside corner. Like I say, I'm not the best driver, ladies and gentlemen, but I'm not catching him in either, am I? Okay, well, ladies and gentlemen, surprisingly enough, this, I mean, I know it's losing, ladies and gentlemen, but this Progen's actually handling itself better than any of its sisters, you know. Okay, we're putting it as a Flash GT now, ladies and gentlemen. This is a very fast car in terms of acceleration. You know, it's surprisingly fast considering it's sort of a vapid and whatnot. But there we go, and it has leapt into the lead, hasn't it? It's sort of done about the sort of same as the Zentorno there, but now we are actually catching it, whereas we were not able to with Big Daddy Z, as the raccoon likes to call it, who I should point out is actually driving all of the other vehicles. And if you, he's got a channel of his own, you know, called the Bromby. It's his name. If you see how it's spelled there, that's how you'll find it. Okie dokie. Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. So the GPI did beat the Flash GT, and the Flash GT, ladies and gentlemen, is no. Yes, thank you, Mr. Raccoon. Yes, the Flash GT is no trifle, ladies and gentlemen. It's a serious contender. Okay, well, you know, there's absolutely no reason to do this, ladies and gentlemen, but we've got a grudge against the Progen company, so we're going to humiliate this. It's not a bad vehicle for a Progen. We're going to humiliate it anyway, and put it up against the Garotti Italy GTO. And as far as we can make out, ladies and gentlemen, this could well be the fastest car on the game. I mean, I'm not said maybe some of the sort of hypercars, the electric cars, test ride and whatnot, may be able to go for it. We've done different tests. It seems you know, not definitive, to be quite frank with you. But the GTO, pretty much, let's be frank, destroys absolutely everything out there without any regard for for anything at all, really. It just doesn't care. Right, okay, so there we go, ladies and gentlemen. You've seen the GPI lose to 3 out of 4 cars, I believe it was. Should you buy it? Probably not, unless you're trying to fill a Progen collection. But having said that, it is, in my opinion anyway, the best Progen on the game, and it's one of the cheapest. So there we go. Make of that what you will. Anyway, like I say, I do hope you've enjoyed this video, and thank you for watching.